What if I told you that the key to restoring that powerful morning vitality you miss isn't in a pill bottle? What if it's been in your own hands all this time, just waiting to be rediscovered? Good morning. I'm Dr. Grace Morgan. For over 15 years as a urologist, I've had the privilege of sitting with men just like you. Good men, strong men who quietly feel like a part of themselves is fading away. They speak of a time when they would wake up with undeniable proof of their vitality, a natural, effortless strength that has slowly been replaced by silence. It's a loss that goes deeper than just the physical. It touches your confidence, your sense of self, your very identity as a man. You start to wonder if this is just it, the inevitable decline of aging. But I am here today to tell you with every ounce of my clinical experience and my belief in the human body's resilience that it is not the end. In fact, it can be a new beginning. Because the reason for this change often isn't that your body has forgotten how to be strong. It's that its communication system has been put on mute. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to turn the volume back up. The truth is, your body hasn't lost its power. It's only waiting for the right signal to turn back on. We're not going to talk about risky medications or complicated procedures. We are going to talk about 3 specific hidden points on your body. Points you can stimulate yourself gently and safely in just a few minutes each day to send a direct, powerful wake-up call to your nerves, your blood vessels, and your muscles. Think of it less like a medical treatment and more like remembering a language your body has always known how to speak. Before we find these points, you need to understand why this works. Because once you grasp the simple, beautiful science behind it, you'll never see your body the same way again. An erection is not a mechanical event. It's a symphony, a perfectly coordinated performance between your brain, your nerves, your blood vessels, and your muscles. It all begins with the signal, a tiny electrical whisper that travels from your brain or sensory nerves down to the erectile tissue. That signal is a command: relax. When the smooth muscles inside your manhood hear that command, they soften. This allows the arteries to open wide, letting blood rush in and fill the spongy chambers inside. As those chambers fill, the veins that normally drain blood away are gently compressed, trapping the blood inside and creating that wonderful life-affirming firmness. But here's what changes after 50, 60, or 70. The orchestra gets a little out of sync. The nerve signals, those tiny electrical whispers, don't travel quite as fast. The blood vessels, which were once soft and flexible, can become a bit stiffer. And the pelvic floor muscles that support the entire structure might weaken from years of sitting and inactivity. It's this triple hit: slower signals, stiffer vessels, and weaker support that causes that morning vitality to fade. But what if you could bypass the slowdown? What if you could send a direct message right to the source? That's exactly what targeted pressure point stimulation does. When you press on these specific points, you are activating dense clusters of sensory nerve endings. These signals don't just stay local. They travel like an express train to the pelvic nerve center and up to the sacral region of your spinal cord, the very headquarters of erection control. This triggers a beautiful chain reaction. The nervous system tells the muscles to relax. It tells the arteries to widen. And it reminds the blood to flow freely again. You are essentially giving your body a hands-on tutorial, reteaching it the symphony it once played so effortlessly. Done regularly, this practice can retrain your erectile reflexes, improve vascular health, and reawaken nerve sensitivity. It's about restoring function, not forcing it. It's about connection, not correction. So let's begin. I want you to find a quiet, comfortable space where you can be present with your body for the next few minutes. This is an act of self-care, of profound self-respect. Our first point I call the root of power. It is located at the very base of your manhood, in the exact spot where the shaft meets your pubic area. To find it, gently run your finger along the underside of the shaft, moving toward your body. You'll feel a subtle groove, a soft indentation, almost like a natural hinge. This spot is anatomically profound. Beneath this thin layer of skin lies a critical intersection, a meeting point for major blood vessels that feed the erectile chambers and branches of the dorsal nerve, the primary nerve for penile sensation. Think of it as the main control panel for your entire erectile system. By stimulating this area, you are sending a direct signal to both your circulatory and nervous systems simultaneously. You are lighting up the entire grid. Here is how to do it correctly and with intention. Place your thumb directly on this base groove, with your fingers gently cradling the shaft for support. Begin with moderate pressure, enough to feel the tissue beneath, but never to the point of pain. Now start making small, slow, deliberate circles. As you do this, I want you to breathe deeply. Feel the warmth from your hand transferring into your body. This is not just a mechanical motion. It is a message of renewal. As you continue for about 90 seconds, you might begin to notice a subtle warmth, spreading a gentle tingling, or even a sense of fullness beginning to build. That is your body responding. That is the sound of blood flow increasing and nerves waking up. If you don't feel much at first, do not be discouraged. For some men, this area has been dormant for years. Consistency is your greatest ally. Over days and weeks, this simple ritual can retrain your body's reflexes, making it more responsive and ready. It is the foundation for everything else. Now, for our second point, the hidden engine. This point isn't on the shaft at all. It's located in the perineum, that soft muscular patch of tissue between the base of the scrotum and the anus. Most men ignore this area completely, yet it is an absolute powerhouse for erection strength and control. Why? Because just beneath the skin, here lies the bulbospongiosus muscle. This is one of the most important muscles in your pelvic floor. During an erection, its job is to contract rhythmically to help trap blood inside the penis, acting like a natural clamp that prevents blood from escaping too quickly. A strong, responsive bulbospongiosus muscle is the difference between an erection that is firm and lasting and one that fades prematurely. With age and inactivity, this muscle can weaken, making it harder to maintain that essential pressure. By massaging the perineum, you are reflexively activating and toning this muscle. You are essentially giving it a workout without ever having to do a formal Kegel. To find it, you can either sit comfortably or lie on your back with your knees slightly apart. Using your index and middle fingers, press gently but firmly into the center of the perineum. You're aiming for a pressure that feels present, not painful. Begin to move your fingers in slow, deep circles. As you massage this spot for 2 to 3 minutes, pay close attention to the sensations. You may feel a gentle warmth radiating toward your manhood, or a faint, deep pulsing as circulation improves. That is the feeling of your pelvic muscles waking up. You are re-engaging the very muscle that supports your strength. This doesn't just help in the moment. It trains the muscle to be stronger during arousal, making your erections feel fuller, more solid, and far more dependable. This hidden engine is the key to endurance. It may be out of sight, but for your vitality, it should never be out of mind. Finally, we arrive at our third point, which I call the spark of sensation. This point is located on one of the most sensitive parts of the male body, the ring-like ridge, where the head of the penis meets the shaft. This ridge is called the corona. This area is unique because it is packed with an incredibly dense concentration of sensory nerve endings. These nerves are the primary messengers that send signals of pleasure and arousal directly to your spinal cord's erection center. They are the spark plugs of your entire system. When this spot is stimulated with the right kind of gentle rhythmic touch, it can dramatically heighten nerve responsiveness, making it easier and quicker to achieve a full erection. It's like fine-tuning your body's arousal circuitry, so the signal is clearer, louder, and faster. But the key here is gentleness. Too much pressure or aggressive friction can overwhelm these delicate nerves and have the opposite effect. This is about reawakening, not overpowering. Here is the technique. Gently take hold of your manhood, positioning your thumb and forefinger on either side of the corona. Lightly pinch the ridge and hold for about 5 seconds, feeling a firm but comfortable pressure. Then slowly release. Repeat this gentle hold and release action for about a minute. This rhythmic compression helps to draw fresh blood and neurological attention to the area. After that, switch to slow, soft circular motions around the entire circumference of the corona. Let your fingers glide over the skin, just enough to stimulate those thousands of nerve endings. Spend another minute on this circular massage. Over time, this consistent, moderate stimulation can lead to stronger, more frequent, and more spontaneous morning erections. You are reminding your body how to feel, how to respond, how to be alive again. Now the real power comes when you combine these 3 points into a single, intentional daily routine. Here is the sequence I recommend to my patients for the greatest benefit. Start with the root of power at the base of the shaft. Spend 90 seconds on those slow, steady circles, warming up the entire system. Then move to the hidden engine on the perineum. Spend 2 to 3 minutes here with deep circular pressure to activate the supportive muscles. Finally, finish with the spark of sensation around the corona. Spend 2 minutes using the hold and release technique, followed by the gentle circular strokes to reawaken nerve sensitivity. This entire sequence takes about 5 to 6 minutes. You can do it in the morning before you get out of bed, or in the evening as a way to relax and reconnect with your body. Now I want to set a clear and honest expectation. This is not a magic button. This is a practice of restoration. Your body has spent years developing its current patterns. It needs time to create new ones. Many men start to notice subtle, encouraging changes within 2 to 4 weeks. A feeling of warmth, improved fullness in the mornings, or erections that feel a little more dependable. For lasting results, you must be consistent. This is a daily commitment to your own well-being. Gentlemen, you do not have to accept a slow fade into weakness as your destiny. Your body is a remarkable, resilient creation, and it still has the capacity to respond, to strengthen, and to feel vital. It has not forgotten how. It has just been waiting for you to listen. By using your own hands to press these 3 hidden points, you can retrain your nerves, restore your circulation, and reclaim that morning confidence without drugs, without risk, and without shame. You are taking your health back into your own hands, quite literally. This is an act of power, an act of hope, and an act of love for the man you are and the man you still have every right to be. If this message touched you, please subscribe to this channel, because every week I'll share more honest, practical insights to help you feel alive again. And if you believe another man in your life needs to hear this, please share it today. It could be the most important gift you give him. Finally, leave a comment below. Tell me what resonated most, or which point you're going to start with tonight. Let's start the conversation that truly matters. Remember, your body hasn't forgotten how to be strong. It's just been waiting for you to listen. Stay strong and be well.